The rejection ceremony was supposed to be a celebration. Instead, it became the most humiliating moment of Princess Lysara's life. Thousands of aliens filled the Grand Hall of Vera Prime. Noble families occupied the highest balconies, while representatives from dozens of worlds watched from beneath floating holographic banners. At the center of the chamber stood Lysara. She was tall and slender, with pale violet skin, long silver hair, and luminous blue eyes. A faint pattern of glowing markings ran along her neck and arms, identifying her as a member of the ancient Veilari bloodline. She was beautiful. She was intelligent. She was the last surviving heir of her family, and no male in the entire Veilari civilization wanted her. One by one, the candidates stepped forward. The first was Lord Kareth. He looked at Lysara for several seconds before shaking his head. "She carries the curse," whispers spread through the hall. The second candidate stepped forward. "I refuse." The third didn't even approach her. "I would rather die." Lysara stood perfectly still. But inside, something was breaking. The final candidate was the son of the most powerful military family. He looked directly at her. "I will not bond with a woman whose bloodline is unstable." The ceremony ended. No one applauded. Lysara lowered her head. She had been rejected by every male who mattered, again, and again, and again, until one human stepped forward. His name was Commander Adrian Cole. He wasn't supposed to be in the hall. Humans weren't supposed to be there at all. Earth had only recently established diplomatic relations with the Veilari. Adrian was the security commander assigned to the human embassy. He had spent most of the ceremony standing against a wall, silently watching. But when the final candidate rejected Lysara, Adrian noticed something. She wasn't angry. She looked defeated. He remembered seeing that expression on soldiers who had lost everything. Adrian stepped away from the wall. "Wait." Every alien turned toward him. Lysara raised her head. The Royal Council stared at Adrian. One elder spoke. "Human, this ceremony does not concern you." Adrian ignored him. He looked at Lysara. "If you're still accepting proposals." The entire hall went silent. Lysara stared at him. "You are a human. Yes. You don't understand what you're offering." "I understand that everyone else just walked away." The council erupted in angry whispers. Adrian continued. "So I'll make a proposal." Lysara's voice trembled. "What kind?" "A dangerous one." The Veilari civilization had a secret. Their females possessed an extraordinary biological ability called the resonance. When a Veilari woman bonded with a compatible male, their nervous systems synchronized. The result created incredible abilities. Enhanced strength, faster healing telepathic communication, and, in rare cases, control over energy itself. But Lysara's resonance was different. Scientists had discovered that her energy levels were dangerously high. Any Veilari male who bonded with her could die within minutes. That was why everyone rejected her. She wasn't cursed. She was simply too powerful. The royal family had hidden the truth, because admitting it would make Lysara a political weapon. Adrian learned the truth that night. He stood inside a medical laboratory while scientists explained the risks. "You will probably die," Dr. Villan warned. Adrian looked at Lysara. "Probably. There is a 98% chance your nervous system will destroy his." Adrian nodded. Lysara stepped forward. "You heard him." "I did." "Then withdraw your proposal." "No." Her eyes widened. "Why?" Adrian shrugged. "Because I'm tired of people deciding someone isn't worth saving because they're difficult." Lysara stared at him. "No one has ever said that to me." "Then you needed to hear it." The bonding ceremony was scheduled for the following morning. But someone didn't want it to happen. An assassin attacked the laboratory before sunrise. The first explosion destroyed the outer security doors. Adrian immediately drew his weapon. "Get behind me." Lysara refused.
"I can fight."
"I know." Another explosion shook the building. "That's why I need you alive." 6 armored soldiers entered. They carried weapons designed to suppress Veilari energy. Lysara's glowing markings suddenly became brighter. Adrian fired first. 2 attackers fell. The others opened fire. Adrian grabbed Lysara and pulled her behind a reinforced wall. "They're here for you." "I know." "Who, my brother?" Adrian stared. "You have a brother?" "Half-brother." "Where is he?" "Leading the royal military." Lysara's voice became bitter. "He believes if I bond with a human, the Veilari throne will become vulnerable." Adrian checked his ammunition. Then we have a family problem. The wall behind them exploded. Adrian rushed forward. His rifle fired repeatedly. One soldier charged him. Adrian blocked a blade, slammed his helmet into the attacker's face, and threw him across the room. Lysara raised both hands. A wave of blue energy erupted. The remaining soldiers were thrown through the laboratory doors. Silence followed. Adrian looked at her. You could have done that earlier. I was afraid. Of what? Myself. Adrian lowered his weapon. Then don't be. Attack changed everything. The Royal Council could no longer hide the truth. Lysara wasn't cursed. She was extraordinarily powerful, and someone wanted to control her. The council canceled the bonding ceremony. Lysara was placed under royal arrest. Adrian refused to leave. The council commander confronted him. Human, you have no authority here. Adrian looked at the guards surrounding Lysara. I don't need authority. He pointed toward the princess. I need a reason. The commander laughed. She is dangerous. Adrian nodded. So am I. The guards raised their weapons, then the doors opened. Hundreds of human security personnel entered the chamber. Adrian's second-in-command stepped forward. Commander, Earth has received your emergency transmission. Adrian looked surprised. I didn't send one. His officer smiled. You didn't have to. He looked toward Lysara. We saw what they were doing. The human soldiers lowered their weapons. We're not leaving her alone. The Veilari military attacked before the council could respond. Warships appeared above the capital. The sky became filled with energy weapons. Lysara watched from the palace balcony. My brother has started a coup. Adrian stood beside her. How many ships? 3,000. And ours you fund 4? Yes. She looked at him. 4. Adrian smiled. 4 ships? 4. He nodded. Good. Lysara stared. How can 4 ships possibly defeat 3,000? Adrian looked toward the sky. They can't. She frowned. Then why are you smiling? Because we're not going to fight 3,000. The human ships launched dozens of small drones. They moved silently between the enemy fleet. Then they activated. The Veilari ships suddenly lost navigation. Engines shut down. Weapons malfunctioned. Communications disappeared. The human ships had attacked the fleet's network instead of its armor. Within minutes, thousands of enemy ships were drifting helplessly. Lysara watched in disbelief. Your species fights strangely. Adrian smiled. We fight efficiently. Then the largest battleship appeared, her brother's flagship. It fired directly at the palace. Lysara stepped forward. The blue markings across her body ignited. Adrian grabbed her arm. Don't. I can stop it. You'll overload. I don't care. I do. She looked at him. Adrian stepped closer. You don't have to prove you're powerful. The missile approached. Lysara closed her eyes. Adrian placed his hand over hers. Together. Their resonance activated. For the first time, Lysara felt another mind inside hers. Not controlling her, not fearing her. Supporting her, their energy merged. A massive blue shield appeared above the city. The incoming weapon struck it. The explosion lit the entire sky. But the shield held. Lysara opened her eyes. She was still alive. Adrian was still standing. They had survived. The coup ended within an hour. Lysara's brother was arrested. The council was dissolved. And the truth about her resonance became public. The people finally learned why every male had rejected her. She wasn't broken. She wasn't cursed. She was stronger than anyone had understood. But Lysara refused to punish those who had rejected her. Instead, she made one announcement. I spent my life believing I was dangerous, because everyone told me I was. She looked across the assembled citizens. Then one human stepped forward. Adrian stood behind her. He did not ask me to become weaker. He did not ask me to hide my power. He simply asked me to trust him. The crowd became silent. Lysara turned toward Adrian. And for the first time, I discovered that being powerful does not mean being alone. Months later, the Veilari Empire changed. Humans became official allies. The old bonding laws were rewritten. No woman could ever again be rejected, solely because her abilities were considered dangerous. And Lysara became the first Veilari ruler to open the royal government to other species. But the greatest change happened between two people. Adrian stood on a balcony overlooking the capital. Lysara approached him. You know, she said, you made a very dangerous proposal. Adrian smiled. I've made worse, you nearly died. So did you. She looked at him. Would you make the same proposal again? Adrian didn't hesitate. Yes, Lysara smiled. Even knowing what I am, he stepped closer. Especially knowing what you are. Her eyes glowed softly. And what am I? Adrian took her hand. Someone everyone else was too afraid to understand. Lysara leaned against him. For years, she had believed that no one would ever choose her. Then one human stepped forward, not because she was a princess, not because she possessed unimaginable power, not because she could change the fate of civilizations. He chose her because, beneath all that power, he saw someone who had been rejected and left alone. And that simple choice changed the galaxy. Because sometimes the greatest act of courage isn't defeating an enemy. Sometimes it's standing beside someone everyone else has abandoned and saying, I choose you.